Hi, Cancer. Welcome back. So, Cancer, this is going to be your you versus them reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind it is a general reading, so feel free to reverse the roles if needed. The person you're dealing with doesn't have to be an intimate partner or an ex. It can be someone that you're running into during this time frame, a new person, a coworker, a friend, you name it. So keep an open mind. But for a lot of you, yes, it will be intimate. Also, my readings are timeless, so I just trust that when this finds you, it's for you. So, when I was meditating on the overall Cancer energy, I got so many different images, and it was all like very theatrical films, movies. For instance, I would get an image of like a superhero, and then I got an image of a burlesque show, and then I got an image of a clown or someone doing their makeup in what looked like the backstages of like a theater or something. So what I'm gathering from all of that is entertainment is of value to you during this time frame. You know, you might be heavily focused in the entertainment arena or section, or needing to maybe even distract your mind with a little bit of entertainment. I also heard the show must go on, so I feel like there's a push here from Source to kind of remind yourself that, you know, all good things are coming to you, all bad things shall come to pass, and the show goes on at the end of the day either way. So, Cancer, the overall energy you got was Piscean energy. Some of you may be also connecting with a fellow Cancer, a Pisces, or a Scorpio, or have those placements in your chart, because I also saw all of those symbols when I was meditating, just a side note. So the overall energy, Cancer, what is it about? It's about imagination, compassion, healing, empathy, the mystic. You know, it's a very magical energy, very dreamy energy. You know, I heard entertainment value. That's about. It's also a very spiritual and emotional energy. On the flip side of that, it certainly can be a bit impractical or even illogical. So you want to keep a check on that, okay? So your overall energy is the Hermit. It's in the reverse. So there's something here that you may have went, you know, within about, that you've done a lot of self-reflection about. If you've been in like an introversion type of state, you may, you know, feel the urge to kind of come out of your shell and be a little bit more sociable, or allow yourself to feel a little bit lighter in the energy, as I feel like this can be a very intense vibe. If not channeled correctly. Some of you have done some self-reflection or needing to. But I feel like this is like the Hermit coming out of the cave, right? So some of you are getting ready to break loose in the energy, or feel more comfortable to kind of come out of, you know, the space where I think that you needed. I think you needed time to yourself and to feel more secure. But now I feel like you're being called to kind of move into the next phase here. This person's energy is the Judgment card. So this is making decisions. This talks about the angel of the past as well. So this person could be confronting some past decisions, or needing to make some decisions in regards to their past during this time frame. So let's get into it and see. We're going to go into the recent past energy, Cancer, and we're going to go into perception of each other and how you genuinely feel underneath it all, hopes, and most likely future outcome. So, Cancer, you have the Wheel here, Temperance, and the Page of Pentacles. So, yeah, this is you feeling more fortunate in the energy, you know, feeling more in control of your life. And I think you had to take some time out in order to get into that space. There's some new opportunities coming in, or that have recently come in, you know, because I heard untapped potential. But I do feel that you're tapping into your resources, Cancer, and it's helping you to feel a little bit more emotionally balanced in the energy. And there's this feeling of, you know, feeling successful, feeling good about yourself at the end of the day, really needing to be in that space, being called to be in that space, and allowing yourself to just feel that way about yourself. You know, I feel your confidence level has been growing. All right. Although I heard there was some growing pains, right? Or there is some growing pains, but I feel like for the majority, this is like kind of growing into your future self. You know, no matter how old you are, we're always growing into the newest version of ourselves. I like to call it a download, you know, like how you upgrade your computer, you know, to what, Windows 10. Well, your soul gets an upgrade. You get an upgrade as well every so often. So I feel like, yeah, you're getting an upgrade on a spiritual, emotional level during this time frame, which I think feels pretty good, actually. So this person was the Three of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. They may have some things going on that are upsetting the boat or upsetting their finances, you know, needing to pay more attention to that. Or, you know, if it's not that, then I feel like this person's being drawn to do things that are more in alignment with the, like, tasks and crafts and things that spark their creative nature. There's so many words coming at once. It's literally difficult for me to get them all out. This person is being guided. Let me see if I can restate this. At least in the past, to pay more attention to things that bring them artistic joy in their life. Meaning if they've been working jobs or doing things out of this sense of obligation or because, well, hey, I need a paycheck, or, you know, like it wasn't fulfilling. Like they were working towards something, but it wasn't fulfilling. Now, some of them, that's literally the workspace. For others, it's to do with the foundation or the family. But I feel like they were being called to pay attention to the satisfaction factor in their life, because we're not here to be workhorses and not enjoy our life. In fact, it's quite the opposite. And this person was placing a lot of obligations in front of satisfaction, and therefore feeling dissatisfied a lot of the time. And I think that that was bleeding into this connection, and or into other connections in their life, or all of it, you know, because it's all intertwined. If we get dissatisfied in one area of our life, it tends to slowly bleed into all of the other areas of our life. So I feel like that's kind of what happened here. This person got like dissatisfied in one area, and then it started to affect other areas, you know, of their life. And I think that's why, you know, they were being guided to really take a look at that and to follow their more creative path. You know, what makes their soul happy at the end of the day, that type of energy. So let's look at perception. What is your perception of the connection? Now keep in mind that perception is in the eye of the beholder. It may be your truth, but it may not be their truth. That's the funny thing about perception. When you think about the connection, Cancer, I feel like it's one foot in front of the other. You know what I'm saying? It's a bit of a slow progress here. You know, or at least that's how you see it. It's almost like a snail's pace, it feels at times. I just feel like you've thought a lot about this connection, for absolute sure. And or this person, they make you think about life in ways that maybe you had not thought about before, or they have a tendency to open your mind even when you're not even realizing they are doing that, you know, because they get your I heard your ticker going, but I meant like they get you thinking. And it's like, okay, well, I need to figure out where I want to go in my own life. And I think that you're trying to be very practical about this. But at the same time, you're a water sign, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't always feel very natural for you to try and go with logic over emotion. But I think like this connection or this person kind of takes you there, or it requires for you to kind of go out of the emotional space into the logic. And for some of you, it kind of mentally exhausts you. Although I do think you are getting clarity over the connection during this time frame. And you're getting clarity because you're really looking at it from a very practical standpoint. And maybe not so much an emotional standpoint anymore. And, you know, that could have been out of your wheelhouse, but at the same time, it is what's helping you to, I guess, move to the next step, all right? What is this person's perception of the connection? 9 of Wands, 5 of Swords, King of Cups, 7 of Pentacles. So, Cancer, when this person thinks about the connection, they're a bit guarded. You know, this person has a fear of rejection, and or they might have a very nasty boys. Don't mean a thing. Okay. That was Janet Jackson. Okay, so that's for a few of you. Check out that song. I don't know if you're a nasty boy or they're a nasty boy, but you can let me know, all right? But that's clearly not all of you. This person might have some nasty traits about them, though, you know, that they kind of keep hidden under lock and key, but I think you're fully aware of it because it wouldn't show up if you weren't, or you're becoming aware of it. But we all have a bit of nastiness. We all have that ability, if we're being honest with ourselves, yes. Anyways, that was an interesting message. I feel like this person covers it up with this very emotional stance, even though they can be quite nasty. You know, this person can cut pretty deep or really go toe-to-toe with you when it comes to, you know, words. To be quite honest with you, it's like they have a defense mechanism where if you hit like an emotional trigger point with this person, they may just cut you down to size right away, you know what I'm saying? And or that could be how they see you. And I feel like if you're a Cancer male, then I feel this is how they see you, for the majority, but take it as it resonates. If you're a female, I think that this is this person's energy then. That's how you see them. But I feel like when, you know, they think of the connection in one of two ways. It kind of puts them on the defense. It makes them kind of want to lash out at times, you know, but they're also a very emotional person. Or like you have the ability to somewhat push on this person's emotional triggers. They're trying to be patient in the energy, you know, and really carefully weighing out emotionally how they're feeling. And at the same time, you know, trying to take this very practical approach, right? Because I think that this person has a fear of repeating the past or past mistakes, because that came out at the beginning of the reading. So let's go a bit deeper and see underneath the perception, what is your genuine emotions towards the connection? Genuine emotions underneath it all for my Cancers. So, Page of Swords. Well, you're definitely learning new things about yourself, all right, during this time frame. Got some new ideas that you may be hatching, okay? I feel like you're wanting to be more playful in the energy. Like I said, I saw you coming out of like a very reflective period. And yet there's distrust here, trust issues, you know, things creeping up here in the emotional space. Okay. Some of you are like, are you playing with me emotionally or not? And I think it's hard for you to tell. I think that's those of you who are dealing with the nasty boy or girl. But it's like, emotionally speaking, you want to be all forward momentum, forward searching. And you know that you need to leave some things behind, all right? And there's some shadiness here in the emotional space. You could be, you know, keeping your true emotions under lock and key. You could be researching some new things that you're toying with in your mind about where you want your life to go and not sharing them with anyone. But I definitely feel like there's some sort of emotional masking going on in the connection, whether that's you or them. But if, you know, if your intuition is picked up that this person is hiding things from you, I think your intuition is definitely pointing you and trying to alert you to look a little bit deeper. You know what I'm saying? And some of you, like I said, you already feel like, okay, I'm being toyed with or something. But for the rest of you, it's just like emotionally getting new ideas about where you want to go and where you want to be. Not really knowing, you know, all there is to know, but you don't need to know everything to move forward. Just don't lie to yourself, okay, Cancer? Because some of you, you kind of want to lie to yourself a little bit, and I think that's a coping mechanism. But I feel like ultimately, emotionally, you are looking to the future and looking to leave the past in the past. Somebody is ignoring a transgression. That's what I heard. So somebody may have betrayed someone else's trust, or there was some sort of transgression here. And maybe it was forgiven, or it's being ignored or not talked about or something like that. Or you're moving past that, or they are. So let me see where this person is at emotionally. Page of Wands. The Justice. Knight of Pentacles. So this person's a bit stuck emotionally, you know, trying to find balance in their life. They want a new beginning, but they're not entirely sure of where or what that is or how to even begin. You know, whether that's a new beginning with you or elsewhere. Tell me about the Knight of Pentacles. Ooh, Ten of Swords. Ouchie. This person's exhausted. They are just had it, you know, emotionally. Yeah. They may just feel like they're stuck and they don't have the energy to make a decision. They want balance. They're trying to weigh it out. They want a new beginning. They're desiring for that, but emotionally they're completely stuck. Maybe losing faith, or just so exhausted that I feel they don't even know where to begin. I mean, that's what I got out. It's like they don't even know where to begin. They might be emotionally hurt over some things from the past. I did hear transgression, or you, possibly. And that's got them stuck emotionally, or you, but I feel it's them. And it's like they can't see the way out. They're not seeing the answers. They're not hearing the call. And it's because they're trying to go about things in this very practical way, meaning like they feel like if they take, you know, the appropriate actions by societal terms, well, that should just clear it right up. But it's an emotional journey. Our life is not an action-oriented journey, although it feels that way sometimes. It is an emotional journey, and the actions are just kind of a byproduct of where we're at in the emotional space. So let's see what your hopes are for this connection. So you're hoping to let go of this past issue, past decision, with judgment in the reverse, but having maybe some difficulty, but hoping for that. You're hoping to gain a higher perspective, higher knowledge. You're definitely wanting to come out of this pause or this reflective period. I feel like, especially as we go into January, some of you might be even getting a little bit anxious in the energy, so I think you're ready to move past that. This person's hope is the Eight of Swords. Well, they don't want to feel restricted. They want out of this stuck energy. I can't blame them because it looks and feels painful for me to read it. They want out of that. They don't want to feel like they can't express and be themselves. They don't want to feel how they're feeling right now, which is a prisoner of their mind. Prisoner of thought. What's the most likely future outcome for my Cancers? Now, keep in mind, all of the future outcomes are based on free will. So you have the power to change any of it. Okay. I'm just giving you a snapshot. All right, so you have the Moon, the Ten of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. Well, as soon as you walk away from this space where you felt overwhelmed emotionally, and I know this can be difficult to do, especially as a water sign, but I feel that you're going to do it. And you see the expansiveness of what's in front of you in your future, then there's either a new soulmate connection coming in, a reconnection, or a supportive friend or family member that's coming in for you. Okay, it's going to be different for each of you. But there's a reconnection here. And then a feeling good again, feeling extroverted again, feeling more creative again, ready to beat the drum of what makes you feel whole and happy. And, you know, it's been a long time coming here, Cancer. But I feel like you've done the pre-work. Let's say that. You did the self-reflection. You know, you've learned how to come out on top. You've learned how to stay independent, balance your emotions. You're cultivating your potentials and clearing up your mind space. And now in the future energy, it's allowing you to kind of break free from this very dark space and reconnect. Now, some of you, what you're reconnecting with is your higher self, you know, feeling whole again. We're only whole when we bring our higher self with us. We're not just out here on the leading edge in our ego and our lower self. When we are able to, you know, have that connection between you and you, that's when you're truly living life. And you get there through meditation. So if you don't meditate, that's a really great practice to have, but also through appreciation, through higher vibrational emotions, and allowing yourself to feel good, just to feel good. And I think that's what that message was about, entertainment. Some of you are in the arts. I keep getting that message for Cancer. I can't get away from that message. And or you just need a good source of entertainment, a good movie night, or it could really be as simple as that, you know, just getting yourself into a space where you're appreciating your environment, you know, your clothes, the smell of the food, or, you know, surrounding yourself with like minds and really feeling it, okay? So this person has the Eight of Wands. Whoa! The Death card. Ten of Wands. Knight of Wands. Oh. Four of Pentacles. So I feel like Cancer, this person is having definite changes and endings. And they're also, they may be communicating this with you, but this may also represent that they're getting, I heard flashbacks. Flashbacks of the past, and somehow that's allowing them to change some things in their life. I feel like this person's been very fixed, you know, they've been stuck. I don't know how many times I can say that. They've kind of been preventing this ending or this change to come in. And for some of them, it's because they're not communicating, or they're not fully expressing or fully, truly tapping into themselves, to be quite honest with you. But there is action here, you know, and yet it still feels a bit burdensome. It still feels a bit heavy in their energy. So I feel like, again, this person might be coming from this space of I have to instead of I get to. Like, I feel for a lot of you, and if you're the cross watcher, I want you to know that I mean this with love, right? I feel for a lot of you that the person you're dealing with has totally lost their zest for life. You know, and I'm not saying that's forever and ever and a day. It could just be this temporary blip. But I just feel this sense of like, they may seem excited even, but they're not. You know, it's all for show. That's what that message was. That's why the person was painting on a clown face. It's like, it's all for show. Aww. They're stuck. They might be going through depression. They might have some mental or physical health problems coming or going on. There's an underlying theme here. And I hear the song in my head, talk about it, talk about it. They may need to talk to a friend, maybe not you. For some of them, they need maybe an open dialogue with you, but for others, it's just like they need to open up maybe about this to you or other people. But I just feel they really want to get back into the zest of life, but they're resisting some sort of change or some sort of open dialogue here, and so it's not really allowing it to come in. So then action comes in, this what they think is zest coming in, but then it's followed immediately by more of struggling. This person could be struggling to get out of bed. I'm getting a lot of messages. I just everything may feel like a struggle right now for this person. I heard seasonal affect disorder for some. It's getting really specific. But you get what I mean. It doesn't have to be that intense, but I just feel like in general, this person is struggling right now to really be genuine in their actions because they're just not feeling it emotionally, okay? So, that got really intense and it keeps getting more specific, so I'm actually going to leave it there for now. But zodiac signs you could be dealing with, I have Pisces here, I have Gemini, Scorpio, Libra, Pisces, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Virgo. I'm feeling drawn to continue to talk. Cancer, I don't know who you're dealing with, but I have been drawn to talk to your cross watcher a few times now. They didn't feel like I gave enough guidance about how to push past it, but I feel I did. The best way to get out of that rut, if you're in that rut, and this could be interchangeable. Don't forget that. This could be you, Cancer. You could flip it. The best way to get out of a rut, if you're in that type of rut, is to go really general with it. Abraham Hicks is a great teacher about this. You might want to check her out. Go very general with it. So if you can't find, very detailed things to be happy about your pillow. Be happy that you've got pizza or, like a good meal coming your way, or, it's like finding very simple things to find joy in, and then keeping your mood into the more appreciation of those very simple things. And if you can sustain that for, just a few moments, it's not a long period of time, you can slowly start inching your vibration up. And that's what the advice is for the cross watcher, and or you, if this is for you. So on that note, I'm going to leave it there. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed that. Please do check me out on Facebook and Instagram, as I do go live there as well. My dogs are also letting me know it's time to leave. If you haven't yet, please do like, share, and subscribe. Also, I added a donation button on my description box, as well as my about section of my YouTube. I'm going to leave it there. My dogs are crazy. Loving you so much. Namaste.